I'm going to record it first.
I thought I'd be nice.
And, it's already recording. But, he asked me if I want to do my Dr. Pepper before I push record, but no, I like doing it in the mic there. It feels good.
That's great.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Gamecast episode. I think this is number 5, right? 5. This is episode 5.
Don't put me on the spot. It might be 5 or 6.
And this is probably the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1.
That's sad.
It is sad.
I don't want it to end. This has been fun.
Recap real quick. So
good luck.
Yeah, this isn't even the Kingdom Hearts 1. It's actually pretty simple. Okay, so as of right now, Sora, lost his friends, Riku, Kairi. He's been on search to find them. Riku went kind of more to the dark side because Kairi's been lost, and Riku saw Sora kind of in the beginning, and no one found Kairi, so everyone's kind of worried about her. And Sora went, with Donald and Goofy, because it's a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
And Riku saw Maleficent and kind of hung out with all the bad guys. So
right.
he got kind of shafted a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Fine.
But, long story short, we went to a bunch of Disney Worlds. We went to Olympus, Hercules. We went to Hercules, Alice in Wonderland, Tarzan. We went to Agrabah.
Halloween Town.
Yep.
What is Ariel's world, just under the sea?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Atlantica. That's what it was.
Yeah. And Neverland.
Yep.
And then we went to Hallow-Bastion,
which I thought it was actually one word, just Hallow-Bastion, but it's Hallow-Bastion.
Oh yeah, Hallow-Bastion.
Yes.
So it is, Hallow-Bastion is where like a lot of the story elements come in. Riku got taken over by pure darkness. He ended up getting his Keyblade that will unlock people's hearts, and he used it on Maleficent to turn her into the dragon. So yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, she was a boss, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a double boss.
Yep.
And then after that, we actually fought Riku, like straight up one-on-one, because Donald got taken out, and so did Goofy, and it was just a one-on-one battle between you and Riku.
I've seen the gameplay of that, and it is nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, right?
He goes everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't want to play it.
What did you stop out on the gameplay?
On the podcast or on the gameplay?
The gameplay.
They stopped on right around when Sora dies. I kind of quit there because I don't remember talking about much after that in the podcast. I was like, okay, I gotta stop here because I don't want to go any further.
Yes. So Sora, when you beat Riku, what ends up happening is they try to close like this portal that's supposed to be Kingdom Hearts, and they can't do it because it's not. They don't have all the hearts there. It's Princesses of Hearts. You have to have 7 of them, and there's only 6 of them. Kairi didn't have her heart, and turns out that Kairi's heart is inside of Riku. Give me 1 minute. No, Kairi's heart is not inside of Riku. It's inside of Sora.
Yes.
Sorry.
Spoiler.
Yeah. And the only way that Sora knew how to get that out is to use that Keyblade to stab his heart, set it free, but he sacrificed himself.
You showed me outside after we did the podcast.
Yes.
And it was sad. God.
Yes, when you got the music and stuff going in too. Oh. Yeah, I put the music in the podcast too, and I was like, that was like the main song I was kind of worried about. Like, don't strike me.
Yeah.
Don't strike me.
Well, if it's on Spotify, it should be fine, right?
No, it's not on Spotify.
Oh.
I mean, it totally is on Spotify.
Yeah.
Guys. Yeah.
We didn't use it.
Yeah.
It keeps. Okay.
But after that, we leave Hallow-Bastion, and we did all the bonus shit. And I'm not even going to talk about all the bonus stuff because we already did it. A bunch of Ansem reports.
Yeah.
Turns out Ansem is a scientist. We didn't go through all the reports yet.
Which we're going to, but it's all right.
Yeah, we're totally going to.
Yeah.
I took notes on those because I remembered, guys. Damn it. But yeah, Ansem is like I would just butcher it a little bit.
It's all right.
People probably might hate me for this, but Ansem is a scientist, and he experimented on the Heartless, okay? And in the notes, it shows that the Heartless that have the Heartless symbol on it, that is a man-made Heartless by Ansem in his creation.
Oh.
So any Heartless you see without that, it's just like pure black, those little ones. Those are pure Heartless.
Ooh.
So the pure Heartless are the only ones that are actually like made of darkness. The other ones are kind of made out of like machines. that Ansem has created because he experimented on it. And the way you find out he experimented on it, he would kidnap people and do experiments on them and kill them to see how their hearts would...
God.
Yeah.
That's not dark.
Yeah. We can look more into it, but I totally should have took those notes. And
You're fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And then, yeah, we did, like I said, all the bonus stuff, 101 Dalmatians, chest, Winnie the Pooh world.
Yep.
We did that one.
Well, there's no Heartless whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no Heartless. You just hang around and whatnot.
So does that mean that none of the characters have hearts? Because they're not able to be taken. They just, especially Eeyore. I don't think Eeyore has a heart.
The final bad guy
is Eeyore.
Let's see. And we went back to Traverse Town, which is the place we first started at. And we talked to a guy named Sid, which is a Final Fantasy character, but he's really good with ships. And
he gives you gummy parts, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gave you a gummy ship to go back to Halabastion because I think it was blocked off. And now we're back at Halabastion, and as soon as we get to Halabastion, we see Beast there. And you ask him, where's Belle? And I think that's where we left off.
Okay.
So,
because he's back at Halabastion just trying to look for it.
Yeah. So somehow he just broke time and space barrier in general, and
just stayed there.
Yeah, he was able to like pretty much teleport to Halabastion whenever his world fell
Do they ever explain that, or is it just kind of like shoved off like it didn't know?
No, they said that his will was so strong that
his will is so strong that he's able to go through another. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, they kind of glance over it, but it's like
give him a Green Lantern.
Yeah, yeah, he has some pretty strong will, but okay, I'm not gonna spoiler it, but there is a character, and he is very important to the game. His name is Lingering Will.
Name is what?
Lingering Will.
Lingering Will?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We're talking about Beast and how strong his will is.
Yeah.
Comes up later. There's something called Lingering Will. Don't look it up. Just take my word for it for now.
All right. I will.
It is totally badass though. Okay. So, let's get into it. Back at Halabastion we are, and Sora asks Beast, "Where's Belle?" And Beast says that she's still in the castle. As they both look up, and Donald and Goofy's behind them, and Beast says, "I think she stayed for a reason. All the other princesses are inside as well." And Donald's asking why, and Sora says, "Let's go ask them." And Beast is like, "You may need my strength," which most likely, I mean, you got pretty fucking strong ass will, so yeah. So we
can do anything at this point. Just go find her yourself. You don't need my help.
When I did this stuff before, since we didn't get to the end of the game, it's still the same screenshots as before. So I hope I didn't pretty much when I took screenshots, I would sometimes duplicate it, and I'll get too fast and I have to back up and do it again, but I wouldn't delete the other ones. So I hope that hope I didn't do that on these ones. But yeah, it was like weeks ago, so we'll figure it out.
It's fine.
Let's see. Beast is in the library, back where you put the books in, and it becomes like a maze in a different room and stuff. Yeah. It's also happened to be the same room where Kyrie's grandmother told her that story about how the world fell to darkness and the kids brought it back to light.
Yep.
So yes, you go up into Beast goes up the stairs and he sees Belle there looking at the books, and he gets excited. He says, "Belle!" And he runs up to her and hugs her, and they have this little moment together and whatnot, and they're finally together. And Belle asks Sora, "Is like you come here to steal the keyhole, right?" And she asks you to be careful, that the darkness keeps on raging. And Sora's like, "We'll take care of it." And so pretty much at this point, sorry if you guys hear the train. We can definitely hear them in our headphones.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's loud.
Yeah, it's louder than normal. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the audio, but we can definitely hear it on our headphones. But you get back to where that keyhole was that they was trying to seal, and Sora sacrificed himself in order to open it. You can finally use it now, and it's called the Dark Depths. And you jump through it. And when you jump through it, you see this big, beast that's called the Behemoth, and it's it towers over you, and it has horn. It has one big horn mainly, and I'll show you a picture real quick. So like it's like a huge beast. Think of it as like a Dark Souls boss kind of thing, but it's not as hard as a Dark Souls boss. It's actually kind of easy. So yeah, and so you got Mushu as a summon now. So
when do you do that?
I don't know. Remember how you got him, but I remember that does happen.
There's not a Mulan world, is there?
No.
Or did that? Okay, but did I miss that?
But yeah, like you can get Simba and stuff as a summon too.
I remember Simba. I just don't remember Mushu.
So you can get like other characters that are not in the game as a summon. Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, Mushu's a summon, and he will like come on top and shoot fireballs like really fast.
Cool.
So I like Mushu. By the way, Mulan is my favorite Disney movie. Just throwing that out there. Mainly, you have to attack the horn, and you just keep attacking it, and at some point, he will have like a guard around it, and then you can't attack it. But basically, you just keep attacking the horn whenever you can, and you just avoid his attacks. It's not that hard. But once you beat him, you get this thing called a Mega Arts. It's a accessory that you can get. I did not put exactly what it does, but I know it's not that bad. I mean, it's good.
You replay the entire game.
It's an RPG. You get an accessory and it changes your stats.
Makes you more powered, do more damage.
So after you beat it, Goofy's like, now let's go seal that big old keyhole. And Donald's like, Sora, you did it. And you leave out of the Dark Depths, and you see that Squall, Aerith, and Yuffie is outside. I got her name right. Almost lost it.
Yuffie.
It's all Final Fantasy characters from 8 and 7, and they're outside. They're actually at Hollow Bastion now, because you never seen any of these Final Fantasy characters outside of Traverse Town, because when a world falls apart, they go to Traverse Town. And so that's kind of the excuse they use to like have all the Final Fantasy characters at one spot. And you got Huey, Dewey, Louie. Yeah, you got different characters there. But yeah, all the Disney characters go to Traverse Town. So Sora sees those three there, and he's asking them, "What are you guys doing here?" And Yuffie says, "We came on Sid's ship." And Aerith says, "This is our childhood home." So, in that context, that means the Final Fantasy characters are actually from Hollow Bastion, and Hollow Bastion is the one that fell to darkness, and when it fell to darkness, they was transported to Traverse Town. Either they was transported to Traverse Town, or they flew with Sid.
Is Traverse Town a Disney place, or is it like a Kingdom Hearts?
It's a Kingdom Hearts original.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. Is that like... Okay.
Yeah. These names they have, they could go either way. And if we do, Aerith says if we defeat Ansem, then everything should be restored. And Yuffie says, but that also means goodbye. And Aerith says that once the worlds are restored, they'll all separate again. And Yuffie says that everyone will go back to where they came from. And Sora's like, then I'll come visit you guys on the gummy ship. And Squall says, Leon. He likes to go call now. He says it's not that simple. Yuffie says, before all this, you didn't know about the other worlds, right? Aerith says, because every world was isolated. Impassable walls divide them. And Yuffie says the Heartless destroyed those walls. But if the worlds return, so will the walls. And Leon says, which means the gummy ships would be useless. And Sora's like, so you're saying we'll never ... And he says, yes, we will never meet again. Or we may never meet again. Sorry. Oh. But we'll never forget each other. No matter where you are, our hearts bring us together again. Besides, I couldn't forget you even if I wanted to. And Sora's like, what's that supposed to mean? And Leon's like, Sora. Oh, no, sorry. Donald says, Sora, come, close the keyhole. And Leon says, good luck. And he turns around, looks at him, nods, and he goes. So basically what they said that The only reason we can go to other worlds right now is because of the Heartless, and they broke down their walls. So if we do go back and seal the keyhole,
everybody goes back to their own world.
Yes, and no one can traverse between worlds at all. So whether you like it or not, if the Final Fantasy characters were on Traverse Town and they made a home on Traverse Town,
they're screwed. They're going back to their own world.
Yeah, they automatically, they will be taken from...
That sucks.
So, yeah. So, that's pretty much how it works. And they go back into the Hallowed Depths, and Sora goes in, and he closes the key, and there's like a lock sound, and you come out of it, and the princesses are there. I'm not going to say each and every princess, so... They say, thank you, Sora.
7.
Yeah. Well, there's 6 of them here. And,
right.
But yeah, they said, thank you, Sora. I think the darkness has begun to weaken. I can feel a powerful darkness glowing somewhere far away. It's the heart. It's the heart of the darkness. It must be where Ansem went. And then we'll take the gummy ship and, what Sora says, but then we'll take the gummy ship and deal with Ansem and the Heartless. And then they say that a worthy answer, Keyblade Master. And then you get Fire Grass, so your fire is way more stronger now.
Ooh.
And Sora says Kylie will be back on the island, and they said that most certainly you should be too. And he says, I can't go home until I find Riku and the king. So he was pretty much asking so Kylie's gonna go back to the island, right? And then they told Sora that he will also. But yeah, but he has to find wait, did I say Riku and the king? Yeah, Riku and the king, yeah. He has to find Riku and the king.
They're still looking for the king.
Yeah, they're still looking for the king. And,
found no clues whatsoever throughout this entire fucking game.
Yeah, no.
They're still looking for the king.
Nothing.
Their only clue was, follow the key. It's like, okay.
So, this is the last world we go to now.
Oh.
The last world has been unlocked. And the way this world looks is, it is, shattered, just, rocks pretty much everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just, glowing purple light, kind of darkness looking. It's what it is, it's called the end of the world.
Oh, shit.
Because it is the end of the world, and it's pretty much different pieces of different worlds just broken together, all
cool.
Pretty much it was shoved in one spot. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of just broken worlds in darkness. Or pit of darkness, there's darkness, water and shit. When you walk in, you're on a rock, and then you have to walk on the water to get to where you're going. And Goofy says, gosh, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless? And he says, these worlds will be restored if we be Ansem, right? And Donald says, you betcha. But if we do be him, then all these worlds will be restored and disconnected. What's going to happen to this place? What's going to happen to us? And
the big questions. Whew.
Yeah, if they or in this place and everything gets taken away,
everybody goes.
Yeah, but what about them? Because they're still on that place. They don't get taken away because they're yeah. So
since they're at the end of the world,
they're trying to get to the door of Kingdom Hearts, and yeah. You're not gonna get transported from there. Yeah. So kind of thing. So yeah. So Sora asks, "What's gonna happen to us?" And Donald's like, "Well, and Goofy says, "This is a heartless world, so it'll just disappear." And Donald and Sora turn around like, "What?" Because I wonder what happened, and yeah, Goofy's right. This is a heartless world, so it's gonna disappear. And Goofy says, even if this place does go poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again.
He's so country, I swear.
He's not as country, but I'm probably making it sound country. I'm from the South, okay?
It's okay.
Give me a break. He's like, yep, I just know we will. And they all kind of look up and kind of take a moment together because no one knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
And Sawyer says, yeah, you're right. And he makes a fist. And
so are we actually playing with actual Sora or a shadow kind of version?
No, totally. This is definitely Sora.
Okay.
So, because Kairi, whenever she hugged Sora after he became a Heartless, she brought back Sora because she is a Princess of Heart.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
that's the only like way that could happen at all. So maybe if Kairi went around to all the worlds and hugged everybody,
right?
then everybody would be
There's
okay.
7 of them. Just
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
7 at a time. You get the whole world done in like maybe 4 months. It's fine.
Got the really big ass Heartless. That's a big boss.
Oh shit!
Just trying to hug it.
Put on each other's shoulders and shit. I'll get the leg.
And and he says, Sora. Whenever he said,
I'm like blowing the mic.
You're good. Sora says, yeah, you're right. But when he said that, he had the Oath Keeper that Kairi gave him before he left, and then he says, I will return this. I promise.
Oh.
And at this point, you are like gliding all over the place because you beat Peter Pan and you can glide.
That's right.
now.
Yeah, you can. No, you can't fly. You can glide.
Yeah.
It's about
you
gay.
put it in a good way. You went from Superman to Batman.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, they're both great, but I mean, would you rather be Superman or Batman?
Yeah.
You'd rather be Superman.
So yeah, this person's not even walking in the water; they're just flying. And I started to save this. I remember this, even though this is weeks ago. I started to save this. There's like these little tiny platforms, and some of them have chests on them, and you have to walk to them in a certain path because there are these invisible walls that will block you from going anywhere. And it's kind of like a maze because it looks totally open. The entire place is open, but you have to walk an invisible wall to get to there.
Huh.
It's kind of cool, kind of not. I don't know.
I can imagine that being very annoying.
Yeah, I'll kind of show you that's the path. But there is like literally like a maze to get through. And I remember as a kid, or even like when I got the PS3 version, I could not like it took me a while to get it. It's not that hard to get it. After you just make a few mistakes, you get it. But
is there a remastered version of that game on like PS4 right now?
Yeah,
there is. Okay, cool.
And the rocks though that you can walk up to, I feel like a dumbass when I finally realized it. But like which way the rock is pointing. It just tells you where to go. That's the way to go. So if you just walk to the wall, if you're on the rock and you walk to the other rock, and just keep doing that, rock to rock, the way it's supposed to go. Super easy. Yeah. But yeah, once you there's a bunch of chests, and when you open a chest, all these like powerful Heartless come out, and you are teleported into like a battle room basically. And so like you have to keep. You don't have to. Sometimes you do, but the chest ones, if you do open them, then yeah, you'll be fighting really powerful Heartless like the Behemoth.
Yeah.
You'd be fighting it. You'd be fighting these.
Powerful. The Behemoth is.
He's not like the easiest, but I mean compared to like bosses.
Like Riku.
Yeah, Riku's definitely harder. Yeah. But yeah, there's this one called I think Guardian. I think it's his name. I think that could be wrong. I think Guardian could also be the short guy. But anyway, there's a guy who like flies, and he's like looks like a fucking devil antichrist dude. He has like a sword, and opposite of him, there's like these angels. I think they're called. I don't remember I should probably remember the names, but it's just like an angel. It has like actual angel wings, and those two together, they fight together, and they're like hard to beat together.
Huh.
They're kind of a pain in the ass. But once you get past all of that, you go in this room that looks like it has like webbing in a way. I don't know how to explain this. It's not webbing, but
going into Marvel now, huh?
Yeah. So you hear like a right here, and then
no, I was joking. I was joking.
And you see a red and blue guy crawling on the wall, and I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say like they didn't own Marvel at the time.
No, they didn't. No, but
I would have bought it honestly if you would have kept going. Like what?
So like no, it's not webbing, but it does look. It's like rock, but it kind of the rock looks like webbing, and this whole place just kind of looks kind of deformed because it's just broken.
It's other worlds coming in together to be one.
So yeah, this is like the most deformed. Like, no, it's not. It gets more deformed later, but yeah, this is a pretty deformed place. But they say that let's see what they say. Oh, Goofy says, I wonder where that Ansem fellow went. And Donald says, dive into the most dangerous place and we'll find him. And then that's what Sora does. You just die. You can. There's like levels to this, like a lot of levels. You could honestly just jump all the way down to get to the story, or you could like just try to find collectibles and whatnot. Pretty cool. But up to you how you want to do it. But once you get to the bottom, there's like this portal and a glowing portal, and you can just like jump inside of it. And once you jump inside of it, you see these these little pillars of light, and there's 8 of them. I want to say 8 or 9, maybe 10. How many worlds they are, basically same amount. But you can walk into the pillar. You can also skip them if you want, but you don't have to.
So this is kind of a more optional world. It's just more story based. Whereas in the other world, you had to collect other things. This one, you could just bypass it.
Well, the last one of these pillars you do have to do, I think. But all the ones before it, I think you can skip if you want.
Oh.
But I really like to go inside of these because the first pillar you go inside is the Traverse Town. And you're inside of a world of Traverse Town, and you're fighting off the Heartless. And then the next pillar is going to be like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So this is like you going to the worlds.
It's like reminiscing of what you just did.
Yeah. So this is like saying goodbye to all the worlds.
Why can't games nowadays do stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know,
it's pretty cool. And there's this YouTuber called Regular Pat. Regular Pat. I knew it was something. But no, he has this theory, and it's a really cool theory that and he said when he was a kid that whenever he saw this, he took this as, because this is where this is a Heartless world, so
yeah,
this is where Heartless live, and then these pillars take you back to the worlds. So this is probably like the portal that the Heartless take to come into the worlds.
Yeah.
So this is how Heartless get inside all these worlds.
Oh.
So it's a really good theory. Yeah. So yeah, you would go through every single world. Like Neverland, Olympus, Tarzan. You go to Agrabah, Atlantica,
Halloween Town, Atlantica, yeah,
Neverland, and then there's a green one. Okay, sorry, all these are like blue, and then you see a green one. You're like, oh, what's this green one? And it's just like Winnie the Pooh.
Is there any Heartless in there?
No.
He's just fucking there.
I think it's just like a chest or something. You can just leave.
Hey, we're here too.
Okay. Then there's a red one.
Oh.
I don't know if I should even say this. You know what? I'm going to say this, okay?
Go nuts.
We get transported into a room at Hallow Bastion, okay?
Oh.
And in this room at Hallow Bastion, we go into a room. Although the places were places you've seen before, like the parts of the levels you've been to, it's the same thing. It's just a main part where, you fight the guys. We go to this part of Hallow Bastion, and we see this giant machine. And well, before we even see the giant machine, it's a hallway we've never seen. And then we go into a room of Hallow Bastion that we've never seen. And
you could skip this if you wanted to.
I don't know about this one.
Or is this the one pillar that you have to
This is probably the one you have to. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I'm very interested in what this is now too, because spoiler alert, I'm just gonna say it now. I don't care.
It's the ending. You're fine.
No. This machine, no one knows what the fuck this is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We had a game come out in 2020, last year. Well, we finally found out what the fuck this is.
Wait, Kingdom Hearts 3?
No, after 3.
What game was it?
Melody of Memory.
Oh wow!
It's a game.
You just now figured it out,
yes,
like 2 years ago. What? How old is that game?
No, it's like not even. Yeah, I think it's a year old now. But this game came out in 2002 with this machine there. And 20 years later, I know what this machine does now.
Well, don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Is it like a grave importance, or is it kind of like a cool Easter egg?
I still don't even fucking know. It makes sense why it's there now, but I still don't know exactly what it does. And I feel like there's more to it. Like, I don't know.
You're in an existential crisis.
Like,
it's fine.
Kingdom Hearts 4, like, I'm like, okay, maybe...
I don't think they're going to make a 4.
They're definitely making a 4.
Are they?
Yeah, 100%. I just don't know if there's going to be a side game before that. Yeah, 4 is 100% coming out.
Did 3 sell well?
Yes.
I didn't hear a lot about it. When it came out, it was big, but then it kind of died down, so I didn't hear much about it.
It never died, man.
Oh, no. But
it never died in my heart.
I never did read about it, or read a lot about it. But
people hated on it a lot, but because mainly the story. I swear to God, dude, if you try to go play 3 at all...
I'm not going to know what the fuck's going on.
No, at all. Even if you played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, that's what most people did. Like, I went to the midnight thing, like, to get the physical copy, because no one does that anymore, but I really wanted to.
You went to the what?
the midnight release.
Oh,
Yeah, because no one does that no more, but I wanted to do it for Kingdom Hearts.
Mhm.
And so I went there, and there's like nobody in the line. Like, I was like the first one or the second one in line. I was like very close to the front. And I was talking to people behind me because I was wanting to talk about Kingdom Hearts. No one I talked to has beat any of the side games. They all did 1 and 2. And so now I kind of understand why they hate on the story so much. But it's like, if you play 1 and 2 and then you go straight to 3, you're not going to know what the fuck's going on. The main bad guy of the whole fucking series is not even in 1 or 2.
Wow.
Like, I mean, he is, but he's not. It's complicated, like I fucking said.
Yeah.
But when they say his name and then you see him, you're not going to recognize that from like Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2.
How long are the side games, by the way? Are they just as long as the original?
Depends which one.
Okay.
Recoded is going to be like 5 minutes because I fucking hate that game. I don't want to.
Do you? Wow.
I don't hate it.
I mean, I hate some of the
but-
Resident Evil games, but I mean, either way.
I'll tell you this: when we get to Recoded, it's probably gonna be 1 episode.
Oof.
Yeah.
And it'll be a special, just a drunken special. It's fine.
The episode is gonna be us talking about Recoded for 10 minutes, and then like just what the fuck ever we want for the rest.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this machine, you go to it and you read something, and it says, one of the heart and darkness, devoid of the hearts, ravage all the worlds, bring devastation, seize all the hearts, and consumerate the great heart, all hearts to be one, and one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, and it says that, and then it like goes down more, and it says the realm of Kingdom Hearts, the great darkness sealed within the great heart. Prodigy of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness, or prodigy of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness, for the light shall unseal the path. The door to darkness to seal the light, none shall pass but shadows returning to the darkness. One born of the heart, one born of the darkness, hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. That's what it says.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
fucking vague.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have said that. It said you read this vague.
You read this fucking vague. Good luck.
Yeah. And remember you asking me, we've asked me this multiple times, and
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You asked me multiple times. You asked, is this the hardest boss in the game? I've told you no.
Well, I remember,
and then,
I think it was Riku, the one you told me was the hardest, because people have like quit the game.
Oh yeah, people have quit the game because of Riku, but no, to me, this right now, I told you I'd tell you whenever this happens.
Yeah.
I think the hardest boss now, the hardest boss.
Oh wow.
To me.
So Riku doesn't stand close to it, or is it just about the same?
I mean, Riku's still pretty damn hard, but I'll say this one's a bit harder, mainly because you're flying. And when you're flying, you don't have any kind of that ground combos, and there's a lot of setups you can do from the ground, but when you're flying, you can't do a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, so who it is, his name is voided in my head right now. Jesus. Have you ever seen Fantasia?
Very little, yes.
I know this guy's name, but since I'm on the podcast, I can't remember it. But it's the big demon that comes out of Fantasia, and you know what I'm talking about?
We'll give a little section so you can edit it in later. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you remember who that is.
Very, very.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. But
it's okay. You can
I know his
edit it
name.
in.
He
It's
has
fine.
a badass name too. But
It's Fantasia. Just call him
yeah. So
Fantasia.
Mr. Fantasia comes out. No, I can't do that. He's so fucking cool.
Okay. Do you want to look it up real quick?
No,
or-
it's okay.
Okay.
So anyway, he comes out, the dragon guy from Fantasia, who's like a fucking skyscraper. He comes out and yeah, you fight him, and it, like I said, it's hard. I had such a hard time with him replaying the game, trying to do because there is a achievement you can get for like speedrun, and there's an achievement you can get for like not changing your accessories at all. No keyblade. No, you can't add any accessories. You can't do anything.
So just bare bones.
Yeah, bare bones basically. So I did both of those at the same time, and
Shit.
for the achievement, and those are two separate achievements, but I still did them at the same time, and I was losing my mind on this one. It sucked, but after like, you know, you put your heart into it.
After hours and hours.
and you have will that's strong enough to break through the time.
Lingering will, yes.
Yeah. You see, after you have a lingering will. Yes, you're gonna be so curious about him. Please don't look him up.
I won't.
Okay, so yeah, you finally beat him, and he when he came out of like this volcano, and this entire time he's like shooting fireballs and shit and everything. I'm not gonna say all of his moves he did, but they're pretty cool. You can look. I'll let you wait for the gameplay on that. But after he's gone, you learn super glide. Now, so now used to you would glide like this. And you say if it takes you from like one area of the map to the other, it'd probably take you like 20 seconds. Now you do it in like 5. You're like, you fly. So it's super.
So now you're an experienced Batman.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You went from Robin to Batman.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. There you go.
You have little boosters now. You're a fake Iron Man.
No, you what is it? Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Terry
McGinnis.
Yeah, Terry something.
Something like that.
Terry McChicken.
There you
Alright, so you can actually drop into the volcano.
I must have
and you're good.
Break.
And once you drop inside the volcano, there's like a little portal there. And then it starts getting a little bit more creepier and darker. Like the world is still falling apart, but it's starting to look a little bit more like Halloween Town, you should say.
Oh.
You know, a little bit more darker, like scarier. And you're just kind of dropping through these different levels of portals, and you're not finding any Heartless. It's just you're just seeing like this distorted shit that they used to be worlds. So you keep going until you see a portal that's straight in front of you, and once you go in straight in front of you, some people might say this is the hardest part of the game. Not to me though, but this part is not fun. It is kind of fun, but it's hard. But the very first thing you see, as soon as you go through this portal, like you don't even like land all the way, I don't think, because you like jumping through the portal. Yeah. As soon as you land, the first thing you see is like that behemoth. There's one in the air coming down at you. Shit. And at this point, it's just like pretty much a gauntlet of just Heartless, like coming at you. It's like
And you did this doing a speed run with no accessory.
Yeah, this shit sucks, dude. Like bad.
It sounded like you had fun.
So like you there's this Heartless symbol on a wall, and once you beat the behemoth, a piece of it falls down. And so what happens is you just get fucking bombarded by Heartless constantly, and the more you fight the Heartless, the more
it chips off.
Yep. And so you have to keep doing it until it comes off.
How long did he have to do it?
Dude, like fucking like 20 minutes. Like no shit. No shit. Dude, they just come. It feels like they never stop ending. Like it's a fucking task.
It sounds like a nightmare.
But I will tell you this. This is the last time you're gonna fight like any Heartless.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
So it's just all story after this.
It's all like fucking... And it's the strongest ones they have. Like the strongest Heartless, they all come in.
You can't give them level 1 ones, can you?
So it's a pain in the ass, but it's also kind of fun. But after a while, you do beat it, and all the pieces are gone. And that hole in the wall, you can actually go through it now. And you get to a save point, and there's a door there, but I'm going to go ahead and go off path for a minute before we get to this.
Okay.
Because there's something else just got unlocked that you couldn't get until now, and it's a secret boss.
Oh, like a secret final boss? Or just like a secret boss?
Like a secret... I mean, both. If I can... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Secret before
both.
Final boss.
Yeah. You'll understand later.
Okay.
It is a secret boss and it is a secret final boss, but it's not neither one of those.
That's all it is.
So, you walk through this portal that inside of you go back to Halabastion, and there's like a darkness portal there where the princesses are. And they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And Sora's like, "I don't know. Let me go check it out." So you go in there and you go check it out, and it's like you, Donald, Goofy, and Beast, and 2 of whoever you pick. And you're looking around. And you see... Oh, this motherfucker... I'm sorry, I forgot. This guy fucking skipped the intro. I meant to... There's an intro to this, I know. Anyway, what you do end up seeing is a guy in a black coat, like full black, cloaked out, and you can't see nothing except his hands. And he is Straight up.
Voldemort.
You're
Emperor,
not far off.
The Emperor from Star Wars, what?
Okay, you know what you just said. What did you just say?
The Emperor from Star Wars. No.
So
no shit.
This fucking dude uses lightsabers, okay? Red lightsabers. And he also uses like these mirrors, mirror walls to go through. So like he'll have this big ass square that it just goes completely white and you can't see anything. And you have a bunch of them all around, so you can't actually see. It's just like a void light.
Oh,
like
Lord.
you can kind of see what, like right there. It's just a big ass void of light, and he will go through one of those, and you don't know where he's coming from. So he's like teleporting.
Oh,
through.
That's fucked.
And he is hard. He is hard, like really hard, like really really hard. This
So
guy,
does it say who he is eventually?
eventually,
Okay.
but not in this game.
Shit.
So, so.
You took my hope and you ripped it from
Yeah.
me. It's like, oh, okay.
Like, this motherfucker will hit you like one time in the air, and then he would just fucking play tennis with himself back and forth. Like, dude is like straight up just fucking very powerful. Yeah. And so you've seen the gameplay, which says attack, magic, items, and summon.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if I even saved it on this, but I do remember this shit happening. What happens is he will take over your command deck himself, like break through the wall basically, make through the command deck, and make every single thing like a death basically. So if you click on anything, it's death except for one, and it won't show up after like a good few seconds. And when it does show up, it starts showing up like real fast, and it starts scrolling. So you have to catch it right at the right time, because if you don't, you're just gonna fucking commit suicide basically.
Oh my god. So it's like a Metal Gear Solid kind of shit.
Yeah, kinda.
Shit.
So like, yeah, he literally takes over your command deck, and I remember screaming actually at this boss, screaming, because I'd be so close to beat him, and he'll do that shit. I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck, what, God.
Yeah, I would do. That sounds very frustrating.
Yeah. But just, hey guys, secret. I figured this out.
Just turn your PlayStation off.
If you fight this boss and it's got your command deck going really really fast, you can just push pause and play and pause and play, and you can watch it a lot faster because it goes really really fast, right? Mm-hmm. But if you push pause and play, it goes like real slow to you, like frame by frame,
Yeah.
So I learned how to. I was like, okay, and
I can handle this.
Yeah, and it gets a lot easier that way. I'm not a cheater.
It's not cheesing if it's in the game.
I'm not a cheater.
It's not cheesing if you're in the game. It's fine.
But yeah, this dude's like super dope. And oh yeah, he has like these fucking light balls that come all of it. That sounds
it's
fucking
fine.
weird.
It's fine.
Yeah. But he has these balls of light. That's not even better, is it? Anyway, he has these spheres. Yeah, he has these spheres that come out, and they're light, and they will like surround you or just surround a different area. And then they will all just like shoot at you all at once.
Oh god.
And it's super super fucking sick. And I'm gonna show you the intro once we get them, because I don't remember what the intro is myself, but I'm pretty sure there is one.
Is the boss that you're fighting right now someone that I know or no?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It's complicated.
We'll leave it at that.
Like with the answer you said
Sith
before.
Sora.
Yeah, it's both answers, but it's neither one of them at the same time. So
it's Sith Sora. It's Sora if he was a Sith.
So
a Sith Lord. He was trained from Anakin.
the guy tells you once you beat him, his like heart starts to like glow like a bunch of like fucking, I don't know. It's a weird kind of look. It's like a blue light, but also it's like I don't know,
kind of cosmic almost.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good word for it. The cosmic. And he says, "Impressive. This will be enjoyable."
Oh shit.
And Sora says, "What are you talking about?" And he charges at him with a Keyblade. And then he Sora, like when he charges, he jumps up in the air and goes to slam down. And he like goes right through him, and Sora turns around, and dude tells Sora, he's like, or chick, says Sora.
It could
Somebody.
be either.
Yeah. He says, he tells him that, or he tells Sora, it is beyond your, this is beyond, I can't even fucking talk. It is beyond your comprehension for now, until we meet again. And Sora says, wait, what are you? I am but a mere shell? And then, that's it. You can also go talk to Belle, and she gave you a brand new Keyblade called Divine Rose, and it's a really strong ass Keyblade. I remember before the remix came out because they added a few more things.
Did they fix anything in the remix?
I'm sure. I don't remember any kind of glitches or whatever, but if they was,
they probably fixed it.
Yeah, they probably fixed it. But yeah, I remember in the original game though, Divine Rose was like one of the most powerful ones you can get. Besides, like, there's a Keyblade called the Ultimate Keyblade, and that is a hassle to get. But story-wise, you can get this. Well, actually, it's not even story-wise. Like, you have to talk to Belle. Okay, so another thing where like breaking the wall kind of thing. So you know when you talk to a character, and they say something, and then you talk to them again, they say the same thing again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that person's done talking, obviously, right? Yeah. Okay. You do that to Belle 3 different times. She's like you get the hint, like, oh, I think we're done talking now, whatever. But if you just keep doing it like 3 times, the 4th time she'll give you she'll say something different and give you a Divine Rose. So it's like a little like hidden Easter egg thing. Yeah, I guess
some games have those.
And I think in the remastered, I could be totally wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure in the remastered, like, it's not like that no more. Like, each time you talk to her, it's different. But I think in the original game, it was like, you had to find it yourself.
God, here, shut up. Quit making me talk.
Yeah. And you get more answer reports. You get 2 and 4.
You get 2 and 4 what?
You get 2 and 4 and answer reports. Answer report 2, answer report 4. And now we go back to that room that was like a safe point in a door.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get like a drink real quick. Go ahead. So Sora goes up to the door and he says, huh? And Donald says, what's wrong? And Sora says, do you hear something? And he's like, there. And then you don't hear nothing, but you see text going over everything. It says, careful. This is the last haven you'll find here. Beyond, there is no light, nothing to protect you. But do not be afraid. Your heart is the mightiest weapon of them all. Remember, you are the one who will open the door to the light. And Donald's like, I don't hear nothing.
Y'all are going crazy.
And Sora's like, strange. That voice was so familiar. Maybe it's just my imagination. And okay, something just clicked in my head about who that might be, because there was never like actual confirmation. For the Kingdom Hearts fan, it's the V person inside, whatever. The V, you guys know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it makes sense.
No idea.
Yeah,
I'm like V.
No, the Kingdom Hearts people are like, oh yeah, duh. Yeah,
stupid.
We know. Yeah, you can watch this like.
I knew that when I first played it.
You can know this like a year. You watch this a year later and like, oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, but that is the most vague I can make it.
There you go.
And for them to understand. But yeah, that's probably him. But yeah, that's pretty much saying, hey, last time to save. This is the end. Final fight. Inside this door. If you go in. So
there's no return.
Yeah, basically, this is like once you go in, there's no way out. This is the end.
Oh wow.
So if you want to save, this is the time to do it. And that's why I said. And yeah, Donald says, maybe you better take a rest. Just like, hey,
don't tell me what to fucking do.
Poor, get ready up.
Was it you that took all the accessories off? Was it you that been running through, Donald? I didn't think so.
Yeah, that's true.
Shut the fuck up.
There's these bad memes with Donald, because Donald won't heal you, whatever.
Yeah.
Donald won't hear me meme. It was a big thing at the time. But yeah, Donald would never, he won't hear you.
What?
Yeah. So like, he used his magic on like fireballs that fucking miss the Heartless instead of like healing you when you're about to die. But you know, whatever. I guess you know best.
Does he actually not listen to you whenever you tell him to do something?
Oh, you don't like command them. Like they have their own free will, but you can. I mean, you can command them of like somewhat, but you can't command them in like real time. Because when you have an ally, that ally is like their own person. But you can go to your settings and whatnot and go to each ally, like, hey, how frequent do you want them to use magic or attack or defense?
Oh, wow.
Do you want them to huddle around you? Do you want them to spread out? Do you want them to focus on one Heartless until they kill it or whatnot? Like, you can use those kind of things. But it's not like you're, like, RTS or whatnot. But, sword rest, you saved, and now we're going to open the door. And you start opening the door, and you see light coming from the inside. And it's blinding light. And then when you can see again, you see an island that happens to be Destiny Island.
Oh, wow. You're back from the start.
Yep. And by the way, I said that like something is my favorite world. You asked me about my favorite world or whatever. Destiny Island's by far my favorite world. Not just in like...
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah. Not just like Kingdom Hearts 1, but like the entire series.
It was either that or Neverland was your favorite because you could fly.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what it was. I was listening to the podcast when I was editing it. I was like, oh, this is probably one of my favorite worlds in Kingdom Hearts 1. No, Neverland is not my favorite. It's definitely Destiny Islands.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I think it's just that feeling of like the first world you've ever seen in the series and stuff, and it's fun to be in. But anyway, that's where you go. You go to Destiny Islands once you open the door. So like...
Right? I was waiting for it. I was like, ugh.
You go ahead. Let's see. Sora says, "Is this my island?"
Ooh.
And it zooms out, and it is the island. It says it's everything how it used to be. And then you can walk around, whatnot.
Reminisce.
And you kind of go to that little hidden area that has that door in the end, and all the carvings of that, like you and Kyrie did, and all that little Easter egg stuff in the walls. You can go in there, and when you go there, it says this world has been connected. That's what you hear, like a deep voice. And Sora's like, "What was that?" And you turn around, and parts of the island are starting to disappear a little bit.
Ah.
He said, "Tied to the darkness, that voice, soon to be completely eclipsed. There was very much to learn. You understand so little. A meaningless effort."
Yeah, no shit. I don't understand anything. You keep being fucking vague.
Dude, I can like when I'm saying this right now, I'm saying that like I'm hearing it in my head, like how this dude.
Oh wow.
He's so good at voice acting.
Is it Ansem?
Yeah.
Anson?
Yeah.
Do you know who voice acts him?
Yes, and I was hoping you weren't gonna ask that because I know who it is 100%.
What else does he do? I don't know.
Billy Zane. That's his name. Oh, never mind.
Well, I mean, I'll probably know it from other things. I just don't know his name.
So, yeah, he's really good at this. But he says a meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing. Which was also the same thing they said to you in that brown Coke in that room before. So, all comes back around.
It's all, yeah.
Yep. And at the end, everything of Destiny Islands has kind of disappeared, and all you see is like kind of like the beach at the end. Mm-hmm. But the beach is like kind of like destroyed, like the earth is like falling apart at the end.
Oh.
And at the very end of it, you see Riku standing at the end of the beach, and he's in his like dark outfit.
The badass outfit.
Yeah. And you start getting. Actually, let me just check something real quick.
You got a bad feeling.
Yeah. I was like, I've not checked the camera in a good minute, so I'm going to check it. Yeah, it's totally good. Okay. So, you go to Riku. He's standing there. And this guy, like, dodge rode to Riku. He's, like, doing front flips and shit. But once you reach Riku, he starts to, he says, that dark voice is there again. It says, take a look at this tiny place. To the heart seeking freedom, this island is a prison surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from this prison. He sought out to cross over into other worlds and open his heart to darkness. And he turns around, and as he's turning around, there's like a darkness, like glow coming from the inside, and it's spreading out. And then he turns into Ansem. Oh, so wow. It was actually Ansem, not Riku.
Huh.
But Riku was kind of like talking like, third person. And
so was it always Ansem or never Riku, or was it kind of both?
It was always Riku, but the more and more he got in, because that brown coat guy at the very beginning, that was Ansem.
Yeah.
And the more and more darkness that Riku gave into, the more and more Ansem could get inside of his heart.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, he just crept his way inside that
Right?
little boy.
Ew. He did have kind of pedo vibes.
Yeah.
Well, Riku's like, what, 16, 17?
No, I think it's like 14.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I say 40. I was like, good God.
No, like 14. But Sora gets really upset when he sees Riku change into Ansem. And he says, Riku, and like reaches out his hand. And Ansem says, don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him to where he is. His heart belongs again to the darkness. And all worlds begin in darkness. And also in this heart is no different. All worlds begin. Oh, I just said that. Sorry, it's just a different scene.
You're good. I get this.
Darkness sprout within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness from which it came. And at this point, Ansem's like in front of him talking at the end of the beach, and then he like teleports behind them before they can even like react. And they turn around and they are like shocked. And he says, "You see," this part gets me every time. It doesn't get to me, but it's like,
Oof.
I don't know. He says, "You see, darkness is the heart's true essence." And when he says that, he's like, "Darkness is the heart's true essence." And he does his hand and like it like shakes his hand as he does it. I don't know why. It's so like iconic in my head. So
Should be in the trailer then.
Sora says, "That's not true," and they all get in kind of like a little fighting stance. And he says, "The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned deep and down, there's a light that will never go out." And Ansem says, "So, you have come this far and you still understand nothing."
Shit.
So, every light must fade. Every heart must return to darkness. And then this, like, beast, or not beast, but it's like guardian-looking thing. That's what it's called. It's called the Guardian. It comes out from behind Ansem, and you start to fight him. And this is kind of like what the Guardian looks like. He has...
Oh, wow.
He's kind of like prisoned up, it looks like. He has tape or bandages all over him. His mouth is like closed up, like looks like it's like stitched up and has like bandages on it.
Ew.
And yeah, we fight Ansem, we're pretty much fighting Guardian most of the time because he controls him and whatnot. But
That's lame. Pussy.
it's actually like super cool. And yeah, wait till you see the gameplay. It gets better.
Okay.
Because yeah, he would like go with the Guardian, like he would like, I don't know. Just watch it.
It'd be better to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. But you fight Ansem and you fight the Guardian too, and when you beat him, he kind of like starts to like fly away a little bit. You didn't even beat him. You kind of just you guys had a little battle. He starts to fly away, and then at this point, the Earth, or not the Earth, but I guess Destiny Islands, the Earth that you see at the time, starts to shake, and like Destiny Islands you see is like cracking in half, and as it's like cracking in half, like it straight up just like cracks in half, and then in the middle of it, it turns into like this huge like, what did you even call this? Like a
ravine.
Yeah, kind of. It's like yeah,
like a rip in reality kind of shit.
Yep.
Like Epic Mickey kind of stuff.
So once you go inside of it, Sora and Donald get locked out basically. So they can't go in. So it's just you there now. And then now you fight the what's his name? The guy you fought at the very beginning. It's the most iconic boss. The guy, he has like a big heart inside of him, or on the outside of him. It's that boss from the intro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dude, names today in Kingdom Hearts, I just can't get none of them.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though.
It's the most like iconic boss.
Dude, basically just like an empty heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you fight him again. So,
don't you have to die in that part, in the first part of the game, or do you actually defeat him in the first part?
oh no, you can defeat him.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who you was watching, but they suck.
Yeah, I know.
But Yeah, so you end up.
Your thing beep.
Yeah, no. I think it means it's recording again.
Okay. Let you know.
But yeah, you. Damn it! What is that thing called? I'm not gonna. I'm skipping
Fine.
over it.
You're fine. It's okay.
I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I fucking swear. Okay. But yeah, you finally beat him, and then Ansem comes back with the Guardian. And the first fight you fought with the Guardian and Ansem is like, it was okay. But this fight was like is a lot harder. It's had this little like broken reality ravine thing.
Yeah.
It's just you and him, and you guys are fighting it out. So.
Huh.
It is a lot harder, but it is still doable. And he does like, I'm just gonna see if I think I got some moves he did. He does like this big ass dash, and he flies forward with the Guardian. He also slam on the ground, I know at one point, and he'll do like a shockwave.
Huh.
I didn't save all of them, but like, I mean, he has some pretty cool moves.
Quite a lot. If all the detail they put into that shit, yeah.
And this is when it starts to get a little bit buck wild, but they tone it back a lot.
Is it more Kingdom Hearts bullshit, or is it just?
Oh yeah, this is totally Kingdom Hearts bullshit. Not story wise, but like what the fuck kind of thing. Okay,
cheap shots.
After you beat him, you go into just pure darkness, and you're flying, and you're looking around, and you see nothing, and you hear Ansem. He says, "Behold, the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds." And he says, wait. Let me make sure. Okay.
Can you imagine? Wait. Stop falling.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I was making sure this is, you see this now and not the very end. Okay. Behold the endless abyss. Within it lies the heart of all worlds. Kingdom Hearts! And he like screams, and you see the door, a big white door that you've never seen before. And he's saying this is the door to Kingdom Hearts.
So you made it. Kinda.
Yes. And Ansem says, look as hard as you are able to. You will not be able to find the smallest glimmer of light. From those dark depths are all hearts born, even yours. And they all look down. As Ansem says, darkness conquers all worlds. And first you see like a ship, kind of. A ship with a heartbeat inside of the ship. Mm-hmm. And then the ship has a face on it, and it's like this, like a face of a monster, but it has like no skin or nothing. Ooh. It's just gore, basically. And then the Guardian is like fucking like Final Fantasy looking motherfucker. Like he's like all beefed out now.
Oh, shit.
And then you actually have
Is there a third fight now?
And then you have Ansem there, and I don't know if this is the part. I don't know if I saved it, but anyway, Ansem is there. He's like fucking shirtless now, by the way. He's totally shirtless. And
he got hot.
He goes into like the Guardian shell, and he is being guarded by a heartless symbol, and you have to find a way to like defeat the ship. This ship is like fucking weird looking. If I get a good picture, I'll show it to you. Okay. But it just looks fucking weird. Here's that face of the ship though. It's fucking
ew.
It's fucking, yeah. So and the Guardian kind of looks like that. He's like all decked out.
Bless.
But you go through a portal, and Donald and Goofy go through a portal, and since he was like he wasn't really flying, he was kind of just like levitating for a minute, and then Sora just drops, and Sora's gone. No, obviously you hear Kairi. He hears Kairi in his head, and it's like, as they were, I guess, as kids, or used to be on the island together. Mm-hmm. It's like her talking like that, and she's like, "Giving up already? Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Get your ass out. I didn't save your ass to do this."
Or it could have been Riku too. It's one of those two.
Either one.
Yeah.
Basically saying, get your ass out.
Yeah. So then he actually does learn to fly again. So now you're actually like
give
flying.
it time. Yeah. You'll lose it.
Yeah, that is true. But he flies all the way up. Hold on. No. He flies all the way up, and he pulls out his Keyblade. And he's like, let's fucking go, Ansem. And so Ansem, at that point, comes out of his like little guardian thing, and he comes out and he has a fucking spear on both sides like Darth Maul. But it's not like lightsaber, but it's like a fucking double-bladed
spear.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Oh, that's kind of bull.
And then he just fucking like shit. Oh yeah, by the way, he also has like fucking tentacles coming out of his back, like a bunch of them connected to the Guardian. So he's like flying out, and he's like these tentacles. Dude, it's fucking like weird and fucking
This is definitely Japanese. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you get it very Japanese, very quick, very quick. So,
not saying anything about Japanese. There's just always tentacles involved.
yeah, man, what the fuck?
Always.
Being racist over here?
No, it's not
Dude,
racist.
it's fucked up, man. It's totally fucked. Dude, I went to Japan. I know what it's like. It's weird. But let's see. So you go into like this little portal thing. When you go in there's like a bunch of Heartless in there, and there's like this little like I guess light thing there. I can't remember what color it is. I think it's like white or something. Anyway, you beat it and you come out of it. And when you come out of it, you have, I guess, more of them? I don't remember. I just remember you gotta defeat different parts of the ship. There's like different guns on them and whatnot. But there's these different portals you have to keep going through. When you go through one of them, you beat it, and I think you just come out of it. And then you go through another one, and it's like blue on the ground, and you have a bunch of Heartless. And this is like super fucking dope, by the way, because you can't see literally nothing but the ground, the Heartless symbol on the ground, and everything else is pure darkness. And the Heartless are there, and there's a bunch of them, but you can't see any of them except for the eyes, because like I should kind of show you what it looks like. But they're like all over the place, and all you can see is their eyes.
You can't fight them though, can you?
Oh yeah, no, you're fighting them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're straight up like fighting them, and the eyes are just everywhere, and that's how you gotta keep up with them. Unless they get like right on top of like the symbol. Yeah, you're not really gonna see him too well. But you got Goofy helping you on this one. So Goofy.
I thought Goofy couldn't come through.
Yeah, that's what he was. Sorry. When you go through the portal, Goofy's in there, and then you help him get him beat the whatever, and you beat all the Heartless there. You get out of there, and now that face you saw at the fucking front of the ship.
Yeah.
You have to fight the face now.
What?
Yeah. So it's totally gory.
What's next? We have to fight the Keyblade now?
Yeah, so you find the face of the ship. And to make it even worse, when you beat the face of the ship, it starts like exploding from the inside.
Ew.
Yeah, it explodes like from the inside, and then it just fucking goes off. And then it's just like the neck, and then after that, it's just like the neck was like torn off. And it's just like separated. It's.
Do you have any kind of picture of that? Because I'm imagining like rated R shit.
No, I have I have something of the explosion, but I don't think I have the actual thing. Give me 1 minute. Let me see.
Ew.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, it looks pretty bad. And here's like the picture of like the head exploding from the inside.
God, what is this game rated again?
I don't know, like
E10.
Yeah. But yeah, so you go through another portal. Donald's there this time, and so you have to help Donald fight all this Heartless.
Of course.
Same thing, just darkness. All you can see is eyes, type of thing. So now, once you get out of there, you got Donald and Goofy back. Super dope.
And your summons, right?
Yes, you can get a summon.
Or no, it's not it's the 2 people you can bring with you. Can you bring anybody else with you at this point? No.
It's just Donald and Goofy.
Okay.
Also, you can't get summons unless you're on the ground. Because in order for Sora to summon, he would like stomp on the ground and like do his Keyblade a certain way. Yeah. He can't do that while he's flying.
That's bull.
Yeah, so that's another reason, like, when you're fighting that flying Fantasia dude, like, you can't use summons and shit.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Sometimes you can get, like, real lucky, and if you can, it's really hard to do, but you can, like, get on his shoulder, because he's constantly moving back and forth. But if you can get for, like, a split second on that shoulder, and you already have the summon ready to go, you just land and, like, click the summon.
Oh.
It might work. But besides that, yeah.
Ugh.
But at this point, you're fighting the heart inside of the ship. There's a beating, like, living heart.
Ew.
Like, beating coming out, and you have to go inside and beat the shit out of that heart.
How much more obscure can these like, I can understand fighting, like, maybe Hades or Ursula.
Well, just think about it. This is, we went straight from,
Disney.
Well, not just that. I'm talking about, like, since we walked through that door at the Disney Island, like, oh, here's Ansem. Let's fight him.
Final fight.
Yeah. Nope. No, yeah. It's like, nope.
Princess in another castle. And another one.
Yeah, so, like, well, you actually only fight Ansem, like, 3 times.
And then
really
the ship.
2. One of them was kind of just like the first one was
and then the
like,
ship, and then the ship heart.
And then the ship, and then the ship.
And then Kingdom Hearts. And then
then
Goofy. And then Dumb.
And then the guy with the heart inside of him, I cannot think of his name. The big boss.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, you fight the big heart, and then Ansem's like fucking pissed. He gets his fucking sphere back out, and he's like, he says, "I'm done dealing with you guys' bullshit.
Basically,
Kingdom Hearts is darkness. Leave me the fuck alone."
let me do what I want.
Yeah, let me just do what I want. And yeah, he's mad now. So he comes out, and I think this part right here is the final fight, like actual final fight. So it's you and Ansem.
I don't
Kind
believe
of.
you, but okay.
Kind of. It's you and Ansem, plus Donald and Goofy on your side, and then
That's not fair, but okay.
yeah, and then Ansem has like the Guardian and an entire fucking ship on his side. So
Okay. Well, it's pretty balanced. Okay.
yeah, so he has like lasers shooting at you and whatnot.
Where is he getting lasers from?
Oh no, it's just fucking like fucking.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Like,
What, he has cosmic energy now?
Maybe the ship. I don't know. I can find a cannon, Wade, man. Give me time.
All I can do is swing a key around. You're able to control the stars.
So-
bullshit.
Yeah. After you buy that version of him, shirtless Ansem, his nipples out and his fucking sphere out.
His double-ended sphere.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's actually like a really badass boss though. Like I'm making jokes about it, but it is like
Yeah, it
super
sounds
cool.
really cool.
It is super cool, and you beat him, and his heart is like has like a light coming out of it, like like I'm beat, you know, type of
Shit.
thing. Yeah, and so this is it. That's all gameplay we're gonna get now.
Really?
Yes,
That's all story now. Okay. I'm gonna put
all
this
story. So.
How much
Get
time
floating.
How much time we have now so far?
We have like an hour and 10 minutes or so.
Oh, cool.
So, after you beat Ansem, he decided to put his shirt back on, and he has his cloak.
He's cold now.
Yeah. No, but you see regular Ansem how he normally looks, and he's sitting there floating, and you're floating with Donald and Goofy, and your guys are across from each other. And Ansem says, "It is futile. The blade alone, or the keyblade alone, cannot seal the door to darkness." And you can kind of tell he's in pain. And he looks at the door, because the door of Kingdom Hearts is actually behind Ansem at this point, right? So you're both, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and Ansem all kind of at the door to Kingdom Hearts. And Ansem turns around, and he puts his hand out to Kingdom Hearts, and he says, "Kingdom Hearts, fill me with the power of darkness." And he looks at the door, and you see the door, and it starts to open up, and the doors look like giant church doors, if that would make sense.
Yeah.
This is kind of what it looks like, but yeah, it's basically like a giant church door. That's the way I see it. But inside that, yeah, the darkness is like starting to spill out of this.
I thought Kingdom Hearts was a pure place. Like it didn't have any darkness in it.
Give me 1 minute. Why is this not working? There we go. So, Ansem, when he sees the doors open up, darkness is coming out, and Ansem says, "Supreme darkness." And then Sora, behind him, says, "You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light." And then as he says that, the light starts coming out from the darkness, and it shoots through, fucking just shoots through, and hits Ansem, and the light's just going all through him. And he he was blinded for a minute, and he puts his arms out, and he just kind of puts his arms on both of his sides and pushes his chest is out, and he says, "Light." But why? And then from inside of him, a light, you can kind of tell it's from his heart, kind of expands out and shatters, and Ansem is now dead. He shattered because. but no, yeah, his heart shatters from the inside from the light, from whatnot, because he is the seeker of darkness.
Ooh.
But the door is still open, and it has to be closed. So
Why does it have to be closed?
cause the
I'm stupid, so you gotta kind of walk me through it.
the heart. I may keep going. I might answer it. I
Okay.
know the answer, but I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
Or pretty much the heart is still coming out of this.
Oh, okay.
So the Heartless are definitely coming out of this Kingdom Hearts door.
Mm-hmm.
But, even though it's light, there's still, like, darkness coming out. It would make total sense later on, but I can't say anything without spoiling.
You're fine.
But the door is open, and then it needs to be closed. And Sora goes to the door, and he pushes on it. And he says, "Come on!" And then Donald and Goofy go to the other side of the door, and they try to push on it. Donald's, like, pushing with his back. Goofy's trying to push as hard as he can with his hand. And then Goofy goes in and he looks. And he says, "Stop staring, keep pushing." Or Donald's like, "Stop staring, keep pushing." And then Donald turns around and he's like, "What?" And then you see inside, and there is really no light. It's all darkness, actually, inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So
Was it supposed to be like that, or?
it makes sense later on.
Okay.
But- so,
Well, were they expecting it to be like all light?
well, Sora said Kingdom Hearts is light. So,
Just finding that out, it's like, oh shit.
yeah, so it's pure darkness of what this is. I can tell you this. What they're in is actually pure darkness. Like, there is no, like, more darkness we're going to get from...
This is the source. This is the bottom of the bottom. Even later on in the series, this is the bottom of the darkness, right? Wow, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then you start seeing, like, hundreds of Heartless just start to appear. And Donald's like, "Hurry!" And Sora's trying. And you can kind of see his hope fading away because he can't push. The doors are fucking huge. He can't push them. And he can kind of tell. And Sora just says out loud, he's like, I can't. And then you see a hand from the other side, from the inside. And you hear Riku's voice. He says, "Don't give up."
Oh.
He says, "Come on, Sora. Together we can do it." So Riku's on the inside of where the pure darkness.
Trying to close it from the inside.
Yeah. And Sora's on the outside. And Sora sees Riku and he, like, shakes his head. He goes, "Okay." And... Oh, no. I think what he says is, like, "Take care of her for me." I don't think I saved that screenshot, but I remember that in my head. He says, "Take care of her for me." And he says, "Okay." And then they start closing the door. And as they're closing the door, those, it's going to bother me, but those big things that you fought at the beginning of the game, they start appearing all over the place.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's not just like one of them now. They're popping up left and right because, like, this is where they come from. And Donald grabs his head and he's like screaming. He's like, "It's hopeless!" And Goofy and Donald both look and they're like, "Huh?" And you see this golden light come in from the inside. So you know that big, what you just saw, where it's like pure light and there's like these like little things sticking up?
Yeah.
This golden light comes inside, and then after that golden light, you see like that big ass Heartless thing. God, I cannot remember his name, save my life, but one goes down, another one comes down, another one goes down, another one goes down. And then, sorry, I did it backwards. Those go down first, and then the golden light comes in. And then on top, jumps up. This is what you see. Oh, Mickey.
Wow.
Yep. Fucking Mickey.
The fucking king finally shows up.
The king shows up. And they're like, "Your Majesty!" And he pulls out something that looks just, the Keyblade, the main Keyblade that you have. He pulls out one that is golden.
Oh.
And he says, which totally makes sense later on. Don't know what's going on now. But pulls out one that's golden. And he says, "Now, Sora, let's close this door for good." And Donald's like, "Close it, quick!" And they're trying to push it. And Mickey says, "Don't worry. There'll always be don't worry. There will always be a door to the light." And he finally turns his head. And wait, no, I don't think he turns his head yet. But anyway, Goofy says that, "Sora, you can trust King Mickey." And Riku says, "Now, they're coming." And yeah, now Mickey turns his head, and you actually get to see his face for the first time, because you saw his silhouette, but now you see his face. And he turns around and he smiles, and He looks at Donald and Goofy, and he tells them, he goes, Donald, Goofy, thank you. And then that's when they stop pushing. And sorry, this is when Riku says it. He says, take care of her. And Sora looks at Riku, and he like nods his head, like understood. And you see the door, like, you see Riku, and then you see the door, and it's slowly starting to close, covering his face. And once it's closed, you get your Keyblade out, and you get the light from it, and you shoot it at the door, and so does you see King Mickey doing the same thing from the other side. I don't know if you remember, but they've said multiple times that the door needs to be closed from both sides. So King Mickey's on one side, and Sora's on the other side. So that's how it's getting closed from both ends. So they both close the door to the Kingdom Hearts, and the door starts to fade away. So the door is now gone, and there's nothing but like a road.
A road?
Which, yeah, it's like a small little like road right there.
Okay.
Because that's all that was there beforehand. But since now that is gone, everything else is about to
go back to where it was.
Yeah. So Sora is sitting there, and he's remembering, because Destiny Islands was like where he's from, and he's sitting there remembering like Riku, like them as a kids, and they're just sitting there on the plank or whatever place where you get boats at, but they're sitting there on the dock. They sit there on the dock together as kids, and they're like little tiny kids, and they're just laughing, playing around. And then you see them again, like as they are now, and they're still hanging out. They just want toys on the tree, and Riku's over there like folding his arms, being all cool and stuff.
Yep.
Getting one up on Sora, and then Riku's like grabbing Sora by the head, and he's like fucking getting noogies and shit. And Sora's just like laughing, and then you see Riku running next to Sora, and they're racing each other, and they're trying to beat each other, and Kaori's like right behind them, trying to catch up, but as they're racing each other. So it's like this cute moment you get to have with them all. And Riku and Sora turn around, and they both look at Kaori as they're running, and they're laughing. And then Sora turns around, and he sees Kaori at the very end of that little, I guess, rock they're on. Kaori's over there, and she's looking around like she doesn't know how she just got here. And Sora starts to run to her, and as he's running to her, Donald starts to follow behind, and Goofy just grabs Donald, and he just like kind of shakes his head no. And so Sora's like going to run at him, and Donald and Goofy both look extremely sad right now.
Man.
So Sora's going running up to Kaori, and at this moment, the cutscene that you see changes into like the most badass cutscene you've ever seen in 2002 of graphics wise.
Wow.
It's super fucking sick, to be honest. And you see Kaori is like on a beach, and the ocean's like sitting there, going across her feet. And behind her is the nothingness that was there before, but she's standing on a patch of sand, and there's like kind of like an ocean in front of her. And Sora goes, Kaori? And Kaori's like, Sora! And they're right in front of each other, and the patch of sand that she was on was like starting to move, and when it moved, like she started to fall, and Sora caught her. And when he picked her back up, and he screams at her, or he's not screaming at her, but he's like telling her, he's like trying to hurry. He's like, Kaori, remember what I said before? I'm always with you too. And he says, I'll come back to you, I promise. And God, I'm explaining this so badly, but like, yeah, he says, I'm always with you too, I'll come back to you, I promise. And at this moment is whenever the music kicks in, and it's like so impactful. Ooh. But Kaori says, I know you will. And then the music hits, and it's like, you know, the music from the beginning. It's like, when you walk away, you'll never hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. All makes sense of like, while that song was playing now. And as that's playing, his hand and Kyrie's hands are being pulled away from each other, and Kyrie's going one way and Sora's going the other. And he's reaching out his hand for her, but he can't go nowhere because she's being taken back to Destiny Islands while he's being forced to stay there.
Why is he being forced to stay there?
Because he closed the door to Kingdom Hearts, and that's like where he's like when that happened, he was on the Heartless world. Kyrie wasn't. Kyrie is being
sent to Destiny Island while he was stuck there.
And so he was kind of in like the Destiny Islands part when the things was like all fucked up and destroyed, because you know that's where he saw Ansem at.
But if he closed it whenever he was at Destiny Island, he'd be stuck at Destiny Island, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But
That makes sense.
But yeah, since he's on the world that is falling apart and going to disappear, he was not going to be there. So, he can't go there. I think you get it.
That makes sense.
But Kyrie wasn't there before, so since she's getting taken to Destiny Islands, that's where she ended up. So now she's on the Destiny Islands part, and he's on the Heartless part, and now they're being forced apart, away from each other. And at this point, it's mainly just music, like the best music you can think of. And I don't really know if I should just tell you this or if we should just watch it, but like it's really good. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you. You're
gonna have it on the podcast, right? You're gonna have it playing?
No. This is the only one I would not. No. The main theme songs of Kingdom Hearts, which is like one of these, that's the one that I'm not gonna risk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk these.
They're that good, huh?
I mean, they're that good, but like,
they're too known.
Huh?
They're too known.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not they're too known, but yeah, they get you hard on these.
Ooh.
For these the theme songs, but
I'll look it up.
Yeah, she as they're being pulled apart, you see Kyrie and her hands are together, and her eyes start to shut, and this little tiny thing of light starts to fall, and as it's starting to fall, it falls into her hand, and she looks up. And all of these things of light are just falling, like these tiny little spheres are all falling from the sky.
Wow.
And all these spheres are falling as Sora and her are being separated from each other. And he goes around, he looks, and he puts his hands out, and Kyrie looks around, and you start to see the spheres are touching. Those little spheres, when they touch the ground, they make part of the ground, like a part of whatever they're on. Since she's on Destiny Islands, some of it's making a tree, some of it's making the plank again, or the dock again, and it's just different things are making the world of what they used to be. And she's looking all around, and it's like actually really beautiful seeing it all. And Sora's like just sitting there smiling, and she sees him like kind of just like fade away, because she's looking at the ocean, and this is her view of the ocean. She sees him, and then it's just a bunch of light starts to fade away, and after a while it's just completely gone. So, and then when it's gone, a bunch of other things of light shoot up from where he used to be.
Yeah.
And they all shoot up into the sky, and when they shoot up in the sky, they stop in certain parts, and you finding out these are all different parts of different worlds.
Oh wow. That's a lot of fragments.
Yeah. And then they're all just from where what Sora you see what Sora did to
put the world together.
Yeah.
You getting choked up over there, I can see.
Yeah, it's not as good, I guess, without seeing the video with the music, but like I'm trying, and it's hard to talk because this is actually my favorite ending of the whole series. Like,
oh wow!
I love this ending so much, like so much. But yeah, Kyrie's upset, and it goes back to Destiny Islands. Oh shit! Okay.
You get this.
It goes back to Destiny Islands, and Kyrie's there by herself. And she goes into the little secret cave they have with all the people are there. Well, not all the people, all the carvings are there. And she looks around, because she's never really did that stuff. It was more of like Sora and Riku. But she looks everywhere, and there's a light shining on to where Sora drew, and she starts touching the wall leading up to it, just looking at everything they used to do, and she sees what he did. Her eyes like widening up, and he's sorry.
It's okay.
She saw that Sora because when they was kids they drew each other there, and then recently Sora did a papu fruit to Kairi before he left. So
yeah, I remember that.
like-
It was a very rare fruit, wasn't it?
yeah, so he carved that into that, like giving it to her like one last time, and she sees him carving it right there, and he like smiles. I remember this. He smiles and turns away, and that's pretty much all you see is just him carving at it. Yeah, then he turns around and smiles at her, but he's not really there. And it's just like the memory of him and the fact that he would give her a papu fruit, and she touches it and she starts to cry, tears coming down, and it ends it off with her giving him a papu fruit carved in. And after that, it's credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. That took a lot out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should have went the other way because I wasn't even looking at the camera, but yeah, it goes straight credits from
If
there.
you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Wow. That is crazy. I love how it loops back to the very beginning, and it makes it all kind of, well, not all, but most of it makes sense.
It's the part that Sora, it ends off with Mickey and Riku being stuck in pure darkness with no way out.
And Sora stuck in the
In between.
like limbo, basically.
Yeah, Sora's stuck in limbo, and they did that so Kairi could get back. And the part where they get forced apart, and then she goes back there and sees that. It's like, fuck.
How much he sacrificed for it. Jeez.
Yeah.
Riku ain't shit.
I mean, Riku's stuck
I mean,
in-
he did a lot, but still.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away right now, so I'm not going to say it, but I got some comments about Mickey, but I'm not going to do it right now, because this is like a good
Good or
moment.
bad?
I'll wait.
Okay.
Ask me on the next Kingdom Hearts Gamecast, but yeah, which is going to be a while, but...
Not too long, I hope.
But yeah, man, that's Kingdom Hearts 1.
That's it.
What do you think?
How do you feel, actually? Finishing the first game, what is it? The 5th episode? 6th?
Yeah, 5th episode.
We went through it pretty...
Chain of Memories, which is the next one, I feel like it's going to be kind of fast, but 2 is going to be longer than 1. So...
And 3 is probably going to be even longer?
No, I think 2 is going to be the longest one of all of them.
God help me.
3's actually pretty straightforward until you get to the end.
Just like this game?
Oh, no.
Only confusing part of this game was the very beginning when you first start out, and then kind of stuff towards the end. But everything in the middle is pretty self-explanatory.
Kingdom Hearts 1 is like just one straight road.
2
starts as a straight road until the middle, and it starts making little branches and stuff. And then all the, it starts actually making a lot of branches. And
is it just 80% Kingdom Hearts bullshit, or is it just...
Yeah, basically.
When did Kingdom Hearts 2 come out?
2004.
Oh, okay. That ain't too bad. And then 3 came out, what, 2020?
2018, I think.
Was it 18?
2018 or 2019, yeah. I probably should know that. But
that is, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
15. It took 15 years to make a third game. I mean,
13.
I'm sure there were side games.
Wait, I'm thinking it's like 13, but... Is it? Yeah, I think whatever it was is 13 years, because 13 is a big number in Kingdom Hearts. You learned that.
Why did it take them so long? Just Square Enix, or... Well,
that's from like Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Because I know they were working on Final Fantasy VII Remake for a while.
So, Kingdom Hearts 1, between 1 and 2, you have Chain of Memories, right? Mm-hmm. Between 2 and 3, you have 35802. 35802, Birth by Sleep. 3 Recoded. You have Dream Drop Distance. You have the mobile game. You have Black Cover. You have,
Okay, now I don't feel so bad.
yeah,
Because I would look over like the Resident Evil series. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, there's so much.
Mhm.
So now I don't feel so bad.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of shit in between. That's what I'm saying. Like all that shit I just named out is like all canon. All that shit's canon. The phone game of Kingdom Hearts is canon.
Oh god, is it good or is it the one you hate?
I mean,
It's a phone game.
it's a fun game.
Okay.
But for the story, it's a fucking good. It's really good, but still, it's a phone game.
So you said the first game's your favorite, right?
No,
Or is it the second?
no. The first game has my favorite ending.
Oh, that's right. Which your favorite? Did you not choose one?
Number 2 is probably my favorite. But 3's creeping up there.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people hate me for saying that probably, but whatever. I don't care.
I mean,
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I really like 3. I think the more I play it, the more detail I get to see. And
Evidently, it was a huge game when it came out. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not big into Kingdom Hearts, but now hopefully I will be.
I think it's definitely 2. Because if you ask me right now, like, hey, what's your favorite game of all time? I'd be like, Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, and I feel like 3 wouldn't even be up there.
That came out on PS2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It came out on that one, and then I guess the remastered came out on 3 and another one on 4. So
Hopefully they do like a remake.
Yeah.
You would buy a remake if they made it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
They're gonna make a remake for like $500, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. I don't need a bank account.
They're not gonna do it.
Why not?
If what you're talking about is true, they're not gonna get all the voice actors back. They're not. No, that's like a legend event.
They remastered the game, so like they're not gonna remake it. There's no way. And they've already remastered it so many times already.
They just remastered it again. They just ported it to Switch.
Which one? Oh, you mean
all of them?
Oh, you got
they
ported
ported
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
All of them for $80. Whenever you could buy them all on PS4 for like what?
Yeah, just make sure you don't leave your
30?
house with the Switch.
Well, you can't. Even if you had it on Switch, it's cloud version. You have to have internet.
That's what I'm saying. Make sure you don't leave the house with the Switch. You know what you're supposed to do with the Switch. Okay.
It's so stupid.
Actually, let me say something real quick, okay? I just wanted that to sink in for a little bit, okay? Is it sunk in?
Yeah, I mean, I got the gist of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to watch the gameplay over again. But.
So, after the credits, the scene plays. You see green land all over the place. Because I feel like this kind of takes away, but then again, it adds more to the next one. But anyway, you see green land, and it looks like Sora, Donald, and Goofy made it out to wherever they was at, because they're walking on green land with a dirt road.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So, Sora just walking carefree with his hand behind his head, and Donald and Goofy's walking on each side, and Donald says, well, now what we do? And Sora says, well, we gotta find Riku and King Mickey. And Goofy says, but where do we start looking? And where's the door to that light? Oh, he says, oh, where's that door to that there light? Because that's the way he talks.
He talks very country.
Yeah. And they both kind of just, all three just sit there, and they're like, oh, and they all just put their heads down and arms
damn
down.
it.
Yeah, no one knows nothing. And Sora's like, huh? Because he starts to hear like little barking. And it's Pluto.
Oh.
And Pluto has something in his mouth. And, oh, no, wait, sorry. Goofy says, how you been, Pluto? And when he starts walking up there, you see he has something in his mouth. And they're like, gosh, that's the King's seal. And it's an envelope with the King's seal on it.
Huh.
And Sora's like, hey, have you seen King Mickey? And then Pluto starts to run off. And
nope,
then,
fuck you.
And, yeah, basically. And Sora's like, guys, come on, let's go. And they all start running. And it starts to zoom out as Pluto's running over the hill, and Sora, Donald, and Goofy's all chasing after him. And after that, that's when it's actually like cuts it off, and you see the sky, the big blue sky, and it says, "Remember, Sora, you're the one that will open the door to the light." And oh shit! How do I forget about this? Okay, secret ending.
Came out of nowhere, kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry. Secret ending, dude. What the fuck? How do I forget? There's another part of this, but I'm just gonna play this one. This, everybody loves this. Okay, people love this ending. Okay, so you're in this like neon looking kind of town, and it's all dark all over the place. And the cutscene on this, by the way, is fucking sick too. But you got raindrops dropping down, and just like the detail of the raindrops is like super sick.
Wow.
Because this is like 2004.
2002, yeah.
Yeah, 2004. No, 2002. Yeah, 2002. Sorry.
Shit,
Jesus.
far.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and then you see like a cloaked figure coming out, all black, like the one that you fought, kind of, right?
The one with the lightsaber, yeah.
Yeah. So you got it's the same kind of cloak he has, but the body structure of him is different.
Oh.
So that's coming out. And then he looks up on top, and there's like a bunch of like, I guess, neon TVs or kind of things on top of each other. It's on top of a skyscraper. Mm-hmm. And on top of the skyscraper, you see another person in a cloak. And he has his hood over his face, but you can actually see like hair coming down a little bit. And as it's raining, you got the Neo shadows coming out, like the pure Heartless. Not the little ones, but there's like bigger ones called Neo shadows. They're like the little ones, but they're like a lot bigger and a lot stronger. Mm-hmm. So there's a bunch of Neo shadows that come out of the ground. And this guy, the one you saw his hair a little bit, he takes off his cloak, and his hair is like going all over the place, and he has like long silver hair, and he has a blindfold on. So, yeah, he has a black blindfold, and he has long silver hair. And this fucking dude. Remember, only one person can have a Keyblade. Okay.
Well, 2 counting Riku.
But you can only get one Keyblade. So these Neo shadows surround this guy on the ground. The guy on top has the silver hair and the blindfold. The guy on bottom is there. This motherfucker comes out and he pulls out a Keyblade, right? Mm-hmm. An Oath Keeper, which is what
Kairi gave to Soros.
He pulls out an Oath Keeper. Ooh. You can only have one Keyblade at a time.
Yeah.
He gets his other left arm, pulls out another fucking Keyblade.
What? Dual wielded?
He dual wields a Keyblade, and this one's called Oath. This one's called Oblivion. It's like the darkness version of Oath Keeper. So it's like evil and light and evil. So he like dual wields 2 Keyblades. Oh shit! Which is not possible.
No,
because only one person, pure heart, can like actually like fucking wield a Keyblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean he's like balanced?
Who knows? Yeah, Who knows? But the person on top of the skyscraper smiles, and he like puts his head up and then puts his arms out. And there's like a comets from behind just falling down, like flying. Mm-hmm. And around the guy with the dual Keyblades makes a big heart symbol all around him. And then this motherfucker, what does he say? Never mind. The guy on top talks first. The guy on the skyscraper guy talks. He goes, "Where's Sora?" You don't actually hear him talk, but you know that's what he's saying. Mm-hmm. He says, "Where's Sora?" Because that's what the things say out. And then you have a bunch of like fucking just words like shooting out at you. It says like behind the darkness, door to light, endless, and it's just like a bunch of words that you can't even comprehend. And then it's just words like fill this screen all over the place. And it's like you are the source of all the heartless. And it's like you're not worthy. Sora, why? What is this place? And then a thing of light that says we'll go together. Kingdom Hearts. And then you see a comet with like a grown-up Kairi kind of, and flying down, and that's it.
Shit. I'm glad you let me sink it in, because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this real quick, and I'm gonna let you watch the ending yourself.
Okay.
See what you think of it, and I'm also gonna let you watch the secret movie and see what you think.
Okay, I gotta use the bathroom anyway.
Okay, we're back. So, you just watched the Kingdom Hearts 1 ending, very pixelated. I'm sorry.
It wasn't that bad.
It looks a lot better. I had to use a YouTube video to find it because the theater...
For some reason, the theater mode wouldn't work.
Yeah, whatever. But you saw the video of Kingdom Hearts 1, and then you saw both deep dives, where both another side, another story. Because I didn't explain deep dive. Like I said, there was 2, but I was like, I'm just going to let you watch it. So, what do you think?
You explained one of them very well. The other one, the other 2 was like, ugh, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think, honestly. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who those 2 are. He said it looks just like you, so I'm guessing the evil version of Sora, or someone that's like I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Okay. I'm just gonna just see what you. I'm gonna say what you think now. That way, later on, we can look back on it. Okay.
Okay.
As of right now, those two guys or girls, either one,
Either way.
the person on the ceiling on a skyscraper and the guy with the double keyblades on the ground. Who do you think the guy on the person on the skyscraper is?
I'm gonna go probably Riku for right now.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna stick at?
For now, yeah.
Okay. Who are you going with?
You're giving me this look like, you dumbass.
Who are you gonna go with on the guy on the ground?
I guess I can go with the version of Sora. That would make the most sense.
A version of Sora?
Yeah.
So do you think it is Sora changed, or do you think it's like a different kind of
I'd
Sora?
say like since we're dealing with like multiverses, I'd say a different version of him.
Well, it's not really multiverses, but different worlds you can go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go with a different version. Maybe like I don't want to say a changed one, but well, you've seen an older Kairi, so maybe it could be the older version of Riku and Sora. So I'm gonna go with a different version for right now, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So, guy on skyscraper is you said Riku?
Yeah.
Is Riku, and the guy on the bottom is a different version of Sora.
Yes.
Okay.
For now, yeah.
Okay. So what's up with the blindfold on the guy on top and the double keyblades on the guy on bottom?
I don't know, but the dude with the blindfold gave me like really Mortal Kombat X vibes. Do you remember him?
Yes.
But I don't know. I told you that the scenery reminded me of like Silent Hill. It was very creepy, but it was cool. It was really cool.
Super cool. Yeah, people love that cutscene because it's like Kingdom Hearts 1 is all like, hey, Disney and this stuff. And, like,
And now 2 is like, whoa.
Yeah, and until you get to the end of 1, it starts to get a little that way, you know, it gets very Japanese, and then like...
Very dark.
Oh yeah, what about the end of Deep Dive whenever you see fucking Mickey flying?
You see it for like a split second.
Like a triple front flip.
That's what makes me think also it is Riku because Mickey is there. But, I mean, he looked cool, don't get me wrong. It was like a...
Well, to be fair, Mickey wasn't at that spot where they was at. Mickey was showing Mickey. It was just a scene of Mickey by himself.
Yeah.
So.
But it looked awesome. Don't get me wrong. It looked amazing. I mean, the way they made Mickey look, just he's not kid friendly anymore.
Well, this is the best way to explain it. And spoilers for 2. Okay, whatever. But the way when I was a kid, when I played, you know what? No, I'll say it then. It's not even a big deal, but I'll just wait to say it then.
Okay.
There is a person that I would compare Mickey to whenever I was a kid because he looked just like him, and the game came out on the same time as this thing too.
Was it Epic Mickey?
No. Like, fuck it, I'll just say it. Whatever. I was like, Mickey's pretty much Yoda.
Yoda? Okay. Okay.
Because like he can fight like really good, you know.
Yeah.
You be seeing him fight.
Is he still the king?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always a king, man. He's King. He's Mickey.
He's Mickey.
He's Mickey. So,
Oh.
yeah. But like, yeah, man.
It's definitely something to sit on. And to get ready for. Are we doing Chain Memories next or 2?
We'll be doing Chain of Memories next.
Okay. Oh, and you said that one's not too bad or not too long?
No. I'm gonna just guess right now and say 2 to 3 episodes.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
sure.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Then again, we did like 4 episodes or 4 hours on just one.
Yeah, it's true.
Shit.
Yeah, Chain Memories, it's pretty good. The problem is with it is the gameplay. I'll just go and kind of explain the gameplay of Chain of Memories, which is a lot of people don't like it. And the reason I didn't try it at first. Chain of Memories is a card game, but it's live action card game. So, you know, have you seen the gameplay for like Kingdom Hearts 1, right? You don't have...
It's like a hybrid.
Yeah, basically. So you have cards, like, and your cards have like 7 or 8 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The higher your card is, the higher like opponent's card is, whatever. If you have an 8 and your opponent has like a 6 and you both try and attack at the same time, they're gonna break their card, and they can't attack, and you're going to attack them. So it's like a card break. And then, for example, if you use like fire, if you can stack 3 cards at once, right? And so if you do fire and fire, that's fire ruh. If you do fire, fire, and fire, that's fire guh, type of thing. And
good luck explaining all that.
yeah, so it's like if you can stack different cards together, and for example, you can do summons.
So they basically turned Kingdom Hearts 1 into a card game, essentially.
Yeah, but that's because it was on Game Boy Advance at the time, and that's why. But when they
the horrible GPU.
Yeah, and then
it was good for the time, but still.
Yeah, but when they remade it, it made it in like Kingdom Hearts 1 system, and I was like very like about it, you know. And when I very first played it for the first time, I played it on. I never played the Game Boy Advance one. Well, I did actually. I did, but I didn't get far at all. I was like, "Fuck this." I don't think I could understand it at the time. I think I was too young.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up playing Chain of Memories, and I hated the gameplay at the very beginning. But I learned the more and more cards you get, the more like fun. I actually love Chain of Memories now, like the gameplay. Spoiler alert that you can like fucking stack cards and get different sights and whatnot. You can get different cool abilities. There's like one ability you can get. There's like a fire tornado. You got 3 fire tornadoes flying around you, and you're like hovering, flying around. It's super fucking sick. But like, yeah, it's pretty cool card system. But we won't really be talking about the card.
It's more about the story.
Yeah, because the problem is with that is also gameplay wise is. Since it's on Game Boy Advance, I guess it was meant for people who didn't play Kingdom Hearts 1, didn't have a PS2 at the time. So you're just revisiting all the worlds you've already been to in Kingdom Hearts 1. But
they added more stuff.
No. You're kind of just redoing the same thing.
So it's kind of like a retelling?
Yeah, in a way. But inside the Kingdom Hearts world, it's basically a retelling, right? Because for reasons of, I'll explain when we get to it, but it's like everyone there doesn't know who you are. It's like you've never been there, whatnot. But outside of the Kingdom Hearts worlds is all new shit and important shit.
Okay.
So we'll probably just glance over the Disney shit because it's like, okay, he entered this world and this is what happens at the end.
Okay.
I'm not going to probably do anything in the middle.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, because that would just
take forever.
Reason. Yeah. But besides that is the Kingdom Hearts, guys. Kingdom Hearts Gamecast.
I bet you're tired as hell.
I am. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. But I'm glad we finally finished Kingdom Hearts.
At least the first game, yeah.
Actually, the next Gamecast will not be Kingdom Hearts. It will be Resident Evil.
Yes.
And he will be hosting.
Which I have a question. Am I going to be sitting in that one or am I going to be sitting here?
You'll be sitting over there.
I'm sitting here. I'm still okay.
Because I have to make sure if anything goes wrong, I can fix it.
Is Jose coming?
Maybe.
We'll see.
I'm gonna tell him. But
get your ass over here.
He's been saying he's want to. If everything works out, I want it to be episode 31. But I feel like just because I said that, it won't be now.
Won't. Yeah.
But if everything works out, I would like it to be episode 31. But if you guys listened this far, thank you so much. There was 4 other episodes of Gamecast. If you haven't watched them, all Kingdom Hearts. Come in next time for the next Gamecast of Resident Evil. I love you guys so much. Nick, got anything you want to say before we go?
I love this.
Hey, podcast. Yeah.
My podcast?
Yeah.
It's Listener Play. It's on Spotify. And right now I want to do movies and video games. It's just been video games so far. I've been kind of busy, but
reviews, right?
Yeah. My next one I plan on doing is the actual Resident Evil movie that came out last year, the Welcome to Raccoon City movie. So I really look forward to doing that one. But it is on Spotify. It is Listener Play. I want to actually try and invite you on there because on Anchor, it has a little mode that you can add people in, and over the call, it will record it. So I want to see if that would actually work.
No, I'm down.
But thank you for inviting me. I love doing these.
No problem. I love doing podcasts too. They're really fun. But thank you guys for watching this far. This has been almost 2 hours of talking about Kingdom Hearts, and how can you guys not love it? It's such a great game.
It seems very, very good.
And it is great to listen to it, but it's also even better to even play it. So go play. Go out there and go play it.
Just not the Switch version.
Just not the Switch.
No, I love my Switch, but not that version. Way too expensive.
They fucked up on that.
I know it.
But I love you guys, and this is goodbye. Until next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.